What's up, guys? I think I'm live. I think it's ready. Let me turn this off or mute this thing. I really didn't plan on doing a live video today. I just finished not too long ago live video with Steve Rakin, Chris the Bonafide Hustler. If you want to watch that interview, that hangout, it is on Chris's channel, Chris the Bonafide Hustler. He just uploaded it not too long ago. Check that out. So I really didn't plan on doing a live video. So I don't really have, or at least I don't expect a lot of people to come in or anything. But I did want to touch on the 10 design part with merch by Amazon for those people that have those questions. So it looks like we have people coming into the chat. So I figured, you know what? I can also answer questions too. So Peter G, what's up? Frostbite Boy, 2113 Slam. Wojcik, what's up? Glenn, Wicked Fury, what's up? So, like I said, didn't really plan on just kind of random going live. I know because we just finished the other interview. But Enrique, what's up? Gabriel, what's up? So I wanted to talk a little bit about merch by Amazon because Steve brought up a good point about just starting off in the very beginning, having 10 designs. Like how should someone attack that? How should they approach that? If they don't really know what to do. Starting off at the very beginning, just getting accepted, it is kind of a lot to take in. So I figured, you know what? Let me just do like a top 10 thing, I think, to help out some of the newbies. Rick Remix, what's up? Roger is also here. Man, so now I've got quite a bit of people coming in, even though I didn't plan on it. So that's pretty cool. Glad to see everybody here. Logza, did I say your name? Sorry, said, hey Glenn, what's up? So yeah, top 10 tips for newbies, for those people that just got approved. You have 10 designs to start off with. What should you do? How should you approach it? Number one, you're brand new. You have to start off. You have to know, do you want to do the designs yourself, or do you want to outsource the designs? If you don't know anything about graphic design, you're not interested in learning Adobe Illustrator, or any kind of other program or platform, then you're going to want to outsource. You're going to have to find a graphic designer. In that case, you can try to go to Fiverr, but it's probably not going to be the best bet. You can try to build a relationship there. You might want to go to your local college to see if you can get a college student to do cheap designs for you, and try to get a package deal to at least get those first 10. But I would try to just do them yourself if you don't know a whole lot about graphic design, just so you can just do basic text designs with Illustrator, $20 a month, and you have all the tutorials. Some are on YouTube. Skillshare is a good site for that. I think it's only $10 a month. You can watch as many videos as you want. So that would really, really help. So Roger says, what are we talking about? We're talking about merch by Amazon. If you have a brand new account, you want to know how to attack it, what's the best thing to do with 10 designs. So we're talking about that. Alexander, what is up? Enrique, do a sneaker collection. I know. I need to, well, actually I already did a sneaker collection with the jersey collection video. That one's on there in the past. In the sun by the beach. Wow, Glenn, you have a lot of subscribers. Good for you. Thanks. Appreciate it. Thanks for being in the chat. Peter G still waiting for approval, working on some designs like you recommended. So that's good. Always start early. You will get in. I don't know when, but you will get in to merch by Amazon. What do you mean by designs? So we're talking about uploading graphic designs to merch by Amazon, selling t-shirt designs, and getting pretty much making money every time your t-shirt sells. Amazon ships it out. They do the customer service. They follow through with everything. So that helps. You don't have to do any of that stuff. TJ Towns, The Saint, is available in Amazon.ca. I think they're working on all the other ones soon. I don't know all of it on Amazon.ca yet, but I know UK, all of that is coming. And then also they'll get into, hoodies and backpacks. I don't know what else. So the first one was decide if you want to outsource or if you want to design yourself. I personally would want to design yourself. Learn some of the stuff on Skillshare or Udemy, those type of things. I think that will help you out. Second, now you're gonna have to decide on what kind of ideas do you want to go with? Because you're only at 10 tier, you don't have a lot to work with. I know. I would start off with trendy ideas or anything that you think might be a little quick moving. So trendy ideas, of course, president stuff is still going on. You don't even have to name Trump if you don't want to, but that stuff is still selling. Politics stuff is still going strong. Anything that happens that's like random that you can capitalize on, Google Trends, you can kind of see that you're not going to get in trouble with trademark. That you can go through something like that. But a lot of those times there's different holidays and things that are coming up. Mother's Day, of course, is coming up. Father's Day, which you have plenty of time to work on. So that's coming up in June. 4th of July. So there's some stuff for you to kind of like, work towards. And that's probably the things I would work towards getting onto is different holidays after you've done a little bit of trendy stuff. You only have 10 slots. So you have some stuff to work with, but you really just want to tier up, which we're going to get back into that later. Logta says, how long did it take for you to be initially approved for merch by Amazon? I got in, since it was still only like 3 or 4 months old, I got in like that same day that I applied. They didn't have like a waiting list or anything like that. Peter G, once you're approved, you have to upload designs every day. You don't have to, but I would recommend you fill up the spots, which I'm also going to talk about with the top 10 tips. Gabriel, how much profit do you make off of designs? If you have a shirt listed at like $19.99, you'll make like $7.60. If your shirt is like $15 to $17 range, you'll still make like $5.50 or $5.65 or something. So pretty good size cut. $5 to $7 every time a shirt sells. And right now I'm averaging like 30 to 35 shirts selling per day. So you can only imagine how quickly that adds up once you start adding more and more shirts. Of course, in the very beginning, it wasn't like that at all. I didn't have a lot of designs. I started off with 25 tier, which that does help you a little bit more. But it took time, just kept on uploading, trying, see what's working. And eventually just kept on tiering up. So after you've decided your ideas and looking those up, you've probably seen on some of my other videos, the Trademark website, making sure you're trademark free. You're not doing movies. You're not doing with music. You're not doing pop culture stuff. You're just doing things that are trendy, but people can also relate to. A lot of people, careers, school, family. You can also add those in there for your trendy ideas. So stay away from trademark stuff, trademark ideas. You're not going to do a Jordan shirt. You're not going to do anything like that. Lakers, NBA, NFL, none of that. So after the trendy ideas, quick moving ideas, I guess during that same part, you can see what is already selling when you do your research. And what I mean by that is you can use Google Chrome. You have the Amazon DS Quick View. What do they call that? You can download that little extension. So every time you go onto Amazon, it will tell you, what or how much certain shirts are selling for, what their rank is. You can see how all of that is doing. So, man, banning people already? All right, let's ban some people. Bonafide Hustler's in the house. You don't want to talk to him. Bonafide's here. He'll probably stay for a little bit. He's a busy man. Peter G, what happens with designs that don't sell very much? That's what we're going to get into too, because if they're not selling, then you can put in some new designs. You can delete those designs, put in some new ones, and you can test that out and see how those are selling for you. But I have a lot of designs that haven't sold yet. They're on there. The Amazon will get rid of them after 90 days. But I mean, let it kind of do its thing. It takes like 2 to 3 weeks to kind of really build up so people can kind of look at it and see it going. So take some time. Let me see. I did what you told me about selling t-shirts for cheap, get scaled up, and it worked. I got scaled up to 100 shirts. I think I tagged you on IG. So that's pretty cool. So That's pretty good. Scale up to 100. That's pretty quick too. Now we have 100. You have like some time to like. You have like a lot of room to really build up your account and make money. Can you use quotes from famous people as long as the quotes are not trademark? I think they have to be like a certain age. Like they have to be older. Maybe like poets or something. Like they can't be anything kind of new. They have to be really, really old and out there that they're not trademarked. So you can, but you're really gonna have to look those up. All right. So we talked about the extension. That was one of them. Merch research. Merchresearch.com is what you can go to, and you can look up to see what other print on demand or other t-shirt websites, what they're doing, what they're selling. And you can see what is already kind of doing good, what niches and stuff people are into. And I know Zazzle, you can look at that one. Redbubble, Human t-shirts is another one. They do a lot of cool t-shirts, very basic, 1 to 2 colors. So you can see what's already selling, what's doing good out there, what do people like, to get you a better idea. All right, let me see. Emmanuel says it was only 25 t-shirts and it sucked. John Singleton, how many trademark claims can you get before Amazon deletes your account? We don't know that yet, but I know some people that have gotten like 20 to 30 of them and their account is still going strong. So I don't know about that or anything. I think you still have some time. Let's see, logs on your account. What is the limit of shirts you can have at one time? If you're starting off, you're only going to have a 10 tier. So that's, you're going to have 10 t-shirts to use. After you tier up, then you go to 25. And then after that, then you can go to, I think, 15 and 100, or maybe it just goes straight from 25 to 100. I don't know. It's been a while. They've kind of been changing stuff. So that's kind of where you go from there. Then you have some more room to play with, adding in some new shirts. So that was merchresearch.com. I want to look that up. So my next tip would be, so Caroline's in the house. Say hi to Caroline. Probably studying. She has school. Don't bother. And how much? Let's see. Emmanuel says, how much can you upload in one day? I know I can only do 2. So if you're starting off at 10 or 25, more than likely you're gonna do exactly like 2. Some people have 5 per day that they can do. My limit now, since I'm tiered up to 8,000, I can do 115 per day, which I can't do that all on my own, adding 115 shirts, but that's where my limit is. Jose is in the house. Say what's up to Jose, who comments on every single video. So what's up, Jose? Good to see you on there. And remember, guys, Ross Finds of the Week this Friday is a really, really good find. I haven't uploaded it to my eBay store because I really wanted to be a surprise. It's like completely different than any other find I think we've seen. So I was even shocked that this was even there. So that would be this Friday. Ross Finds of the Week. You guys can look at that video coming out. Gabriel, are there different materials that allow you to use in t-shirts? Does the price increase depending on quality? If you do front and back, then it'll change. Like you'll have a less cut because they have to print both sides. If you use the Bella something, the other brand other than the Anvil one, then yeah, that one's like a higher quality t-shirt that will also give you less money for that. So I just kind of stick to the basic one. Deformity Shot, what's up? Can't wait for Friday. So yeah, that one's gonna be a good video. And Emmanuel says 8,000. Bro, I'm going to sleep. That's wild. That's crazy. And Gabriel says, waiting for the find. I thought it would be the Draymond Green shoes. Nope. That is probably going to be a future one, but it's not that shoe. Actually, something completely different. But yeah, I think you guys will be pumped for sure about this find. Has anyone asked the best way to get approved? And unfortunately, the best way to get approved is just kind of like to wait and sit out the process, because some people have been getting in quicker than others. I wish I really knew a little bit more, but it's been kind of a long tail game at this point because everybody wants to get in, everybody wants to sell, especially once they, it got really, really popular and people started learning more about it. Philosophy, how can you get a new Amazon seller if you have been suspended before? You'd have to sign up with like a new email address. Maybe you want to use a family member's or something, but even then you have to use their bank account. So that's going to be kind of tough if you've already been suspended before. All right, so after the research, all of that part, let's say you created at least your first like 10 designs, or somehow you got them outsourced something. Don't fall in love with one design. If you have a graphic designer that's doing maybe just like one or two designs for you, don't try to make them perfect. We don't know like how well these designs are going to do once you put them out there. You just want to put them out there to see if they sell. I can't, like, if I see a design that you have and I'm like, all right, that looks cool, but I don't know if it's going to sell. You don't know if it's going to sell. Kind of like with the main thing, kind of like what Gary Vee says, like the market is the market. So you can have like the coolest looking shirt to you, but if like everybody else, maybe a lot of people don't even get to see it. Maybe the people that do see it think the design sucks and it doesn't sell. Like, don't get hurt by it. Just try to do either a different niche. Maybe you want to do 2 colors instead of 1 color on your design. Some way to improve it. But don't fall in love with like 1 or 2 different designs. You think they're like so badass, so awesome that they're going to sell instantly, because you don't know if they're going to until they hit the Amazon market. And Peter G says, you've got connections. Talk to them about my merch request. I know. I wish I could get people in. That would be pretty cool. Kind of like bring them in under my wing and teach them, show them how to do it. But yeah, I wish I knew a little bit more about getting people in. Unfortunately, it just takes a while, especially at this point. So yeah, don't fall in love with your design. Just get out there, period. And by getting out there, tip number 5, fill up your slots. If you have 2 per day, fill up the 2 per day as soon as you possibly can. You can have the other ones in draft mode, ready to go. So then tomorrow you have another 2 t-shirts you can upload. All you got to do is just click them to go live, and then you're done. And then you have the next 2 the another day. Click them to go live. They're already in draft mode. They're already ready. You don't have to do the full listing and upload them. You don't have to do any of that. They're ready to go. So just make sure you fill up the 2 slots per day if they're giving you 2 slots. Fill them up, do the first 10, get those first 10 out there, and then now it's up to you to figure out what you want to do with those first 10. I think at this point, if you're just starting out, I would promote just to help it out. So tip number 6, Instagram. No one's going to copy your designs right now because they haven't sold yet. They're still very, very new. Don't worry about copycats. None of that stuff. That's down the road to report people and things. But don't worry about any of that. Also, Pixel Trophy says 10 a day sometimes can be a challenge. Yeah, 10 a day is totally different. We're talking about just people with 10 slots period that are doing 2 per day, which that also can be tough, especially in the very beginning. But I would promote Instagram, put it out there, put the proper hashtags, fill up all of the hashtags, and just see if you get a response, if you get likes on it. People that are scrolling can see it through the hashtags. Any eyes you can get on it helps you. Pinterest is a good one. I think Pinterest might actually do better than Instagram. So get it on Pinterest. Just try to get some eyes on it so people can look at your designs. If you want to try Facebook ads, I've gotten a lot of mixed results from people. You can try it in the very beginning, but I haven't heard a lot of great things from Facebook ads yet. But if you want to give it a shot, just so you can get those first designs snowballing, you can do that. So back into the chat. I might have missed it, but can you talk about outsourcing designs? So outsourcing designs, contact. If you really want like the first 10, I do designs for people. Also, I can give you a little price and things like that. A good deal on it. hustlerhacks1@gmail.com if you want to email me. I can send you like a package deal to get some first designs up. But you might want to try, if you want to try Fiverr, just try to get a hold of somebody that maybe they can give you a better deal instead of just doing one design at a time. You might want to go through like a local university try to get a college student that wants to make extra money, and you can pay them kind of low because they are just learning, their student. It also helps them get some designs for their portfolio, whenever they graduate. So that helps them out, get a good deal. And then if they like that, you can build a relationship with them. Then eventually maybe they'll be your designer once you do tier up to 25 and 50. So that might be your best bet for outsourcing, at least your 3 options. Michael, how many rejected designs have you had? How many do you think it takes to get your account terminated? I've only had like 2 rejected designs. I've had at least like 20 of them taken down because of copyright or trademark down the road. Because people are trademarking ideas every single day. And so that's what also I have to keep track of. Because once people do that, then they could just tell me, hey, take it down, which they do, and then it gets taken down. But so that's been like at least 20 of them or so. I think it also just depends on how many slots you have open. If they see that you're doing nothing but trademark copyright designs and you're not even trying anything else, then I think they'll probably end up getting you terminated quicker than others. Pixel Trophy trying to do 10 every day. So as long as you can fill them up. I know 10 slots every day is tough, but congrats to you if you can get those 10 in. Chris says, I've got almost 100 designs sitting on my PC waiting to go, but I'm still stuck on that 10 tier. Can I just buy 10 of my own shirt to move up quicker? And you can. So that was also part of our, where is it? We talked about promoting, but we can also talk about that part, which is, yeah, you can buy your own t-shirts if you want to. You are going to spend a little bit of money. I think the lowest you can do it is like $10.99 each. In that case, you want to buy your own design, you can give them away or do whatever you want with them, but you should be able to tier up, but not immediately. It's going to take some time. I think they do it all at once, like a certain time of the week or month, and then they'll tier up everybody at the same time, or they will also tier up people and boost up limits per day at the same time. So it won't just be immediately. Blazing Beats, I just got approved for merch, but I don't know where to start. Well, this is a perfect video for you. So even if you want to go back from the very beginning, this is where and how you want to start with your 10 designs, your 10 slots. Gabriel, how long on average does it take to finish a design? You can do basic text designs. I know one of the trademarked ideas is, you've probably seen it before too on different websites, is like Mama Bear. It's kind of popular, it's like in cursive or something, script font, Mama Bear. Those have sold on different, I don't know, probably different places. You've seen them at the mall or something. But like that idea is trademarked now. But even if you wanted to do a basic t-shirt, like that one had been selling so well, all it said was Mama Bear. It didn't even have an actual bear on it. It just said Mama Bear, and it sold like, I don't know how many different t-shirts for different people. So like that's just basic typography type stuff, basic text that I'm pretty sure anybody could just lay that out real quick, type it out, save it as a PNG and upload it. So that's like a real easy text-based idea that someone could do. There you go. Papa Bear's one. Caroline says Polo Bear. So that was kind of funny because Polo Bear actually found Polo Bear sweatshirt for once. Polo Bears, he's hard to find. Let's see. I wouldn't know Mama Bear is trademarked. How would you find these things out? And that would be the USPT PTO website. I think it's .gov, but I don't know if it's gonna let me put a link on the chat. Did I get that? Let me see if it's even right, because I was looking at it earlier. Yeah, there we go. So that's the trademark. You would go to trademarks on the very top, search trademark database. This is probably the better link. It's just straight take you there. And then you can search any like terms, any slogans. Make sure those are not trademarked, and it'll tell you on there, no results found. You're in the clear. Just in inventory. Good to see in the chat. Finally caught a live show. Nice. Robin says, is there a fee involved with having a merch account? Not right now, but I'm pretty sure eventually they will down the road. Just like with FBA and charge, I don't know, 40 a month, 50 a month, which is definitely worth it anyway. But right now, no fees, so that's good. In the Sun by the Beach, can you come up with a saying and someone can come later and trademark it and then make you take your original saying down? That answer is yes. So someone, I guess if I came up with a random idea about dogs, like let's say my idea was, I don't know, pugs are awesome or pugs are lit or something like that. Pugs are lit is my idea. And I sell like 100 different t-shirts, all of that cool design, whatever. If someone trademarks pugs are lit later on, then yeah, I'll have to take it down because they paid the money to own that trademark. Just like Just Do It is Nike's slogan. They paid to own Just Do It. And anything very similar to that is going to get taken down too. So they're like super strict when it comes to like using the words or even anything near Just Do It. So that's kind of crazy too, but they own it. They paid the money, they have the rights. So that's what kind of sucks too, is like you have to just kind of be prepared for it and things like that are going to happen, but you got to keep double checking and checking the trademarks, especially for some of your shirts that are selling a little bit more. You might have some copycats out there and they might see it so popular that they will trademark it. But what happens too is like there's a lot of trendy stuff that by the time somebody wants to trademark it, it kind of already died down. It takes several months to get this trademark paperwork to go through for all of that to happen. So it's going to take some time for someone to be able to tell you to take it off. And if they paid for it, they went through all of that, then yeah, you'll have to take it off. Pixel Trophy might have to show you can design in the future to get account. Yeah, that's true. They might have to do something like that later on. I think they also wanted someone to like, I think if you had your own website or you're already kind of selling print on demand or you have a Shopify store that might help you maybe later on that you already know what you're doing, they might require something like that. Let me see. Jose, what's up? Good to see you in the chat. Jose Santana, what's up? You said I got some Air Max CB34 with blue ink pen markings on the shoe. What's the best way to clean that off? Has a little blue ink markings throughout the shoe. You can try the Goo Gone. That's always worked for me. Try that first before you try anything else. You don't want to mess with the alcohol stuff that's going to take that off. So try the Goo Gone. Let's see. DVN Dragon. Hey, Glenn, you mentioned before it took you 3 to 4 weeks to sell your first t-shirt. Hey, Derek's in the house. Do you think whatever mechanism caused that is still in place? So yeah, that's actually my next tip was to give it about, it took me like 3 weeks, almost 4 weeks to kind of get my first sale. So to kind of test this out, which is this is my tip number 7, to test it out, give it some time, like give it 2 to 4 weeks to see if your design is selling. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen in 2 days or 3 days. Especially if you're not promoting it or getting any eyes on it, it's going to take some time to build up. So give it 2 to 4 weeks before you want to just like cancel and give up on a certain idea. So give it some time, but you want to be testing, you want to observe if something did sell. Cool. Why did it sell? Did the darker colored t-shirts sell better for you with like lighter graphics? Did the maybe lighter colored t-shirts like the white or baby blue or yellow, did those do better for you? Better than the darker colored ones? I don't know. Like you're gonna have to find that out and test them and see why certain, maybe just that niche or maybe that idea is better and that's why it's sold. So you're gonna have to try to test out and see. There's a lot of like trial and error in this first 10 tier part. You don't have a lot to work with, so you got to make the best you can with those 10 shirts. Ryan, does Ross or Marshall still have heat? Of course they do. Pixel Trophy, a little patience goes a long way for sure. Max Bobcat, merch account live for 18 days, just sold number 6 and 7 today. So there you go. And you're almost there, just selling at least 10 shirts. Randy, what's up, Glenn? Dragon says, thanks, bro. Going back up. Let me see. Gabriel, does Amazon take a cut of your profit? So they're pretty much like, if it's $19.99, you'll get the $7.65. The rest of it goes to Amazon. But when you think about it, they're the ones that are not only making the shirt, which is crazy, they're printing the shirt, they have the actual t-shirt, and then they're packaging the shirt, and they're shipping out the shirt, and they're following up with customer service. All you pretty much did was just upload your design and try marketing it or sitting back and testing. And that's pretty much it. Like you're not doing anything else when it comes to that stuff. So like I've said in other shows, it's like the closest thing to passive income I've ever seen, because I never believed in any of that stuff to like make money while you're not doing anything. Because I think eBay and FBA are kind of like semi-passive, because you can like list stuff and kind of chill until someone buys it. So you're kind of all right, cool. But merch by Amazon, like you upload the design, you can just leave it there as long as you're maybe just uploading designs every day, 1 or 2, 3, 5 pixel trophies at 10 per day. Then yeah, just upload a design and pretty much work on your next designs. Like you're not even, the craziest thing too is like you're not even buying things, you're not going to stores, you're not wasting gas, you're not putting labels, like little FBA labels on every single item, you're not shipping anything out like eBay. It's crazy. Like there's, like Gabriel said, no work involved, pretty much just designing. I mean, and maybe just coming up with like the keywords to list it and things like that. It's a really, really cool platform. And once they scale it up to drawstring bags and phone cases and I don't know what else, like it's gonna get crazy on how much money someone could probably make just on whatever designs they have uploaded. And like I love eBay. Like I would never stop doing eBay, because I think that's like, while the merch stuff is doing its own thing, and I'm not really doing, I guess, like shipping out and all that when it comes to merch, I can still go and be excited and pumped, thrill of the hunt for like Ross, Marshalls, and like thrifting finds. So it's pretty cool combination to like get both of those. So you have a like a totally different mix of like income from different platforms. That's what I like about it too. Jose says, cool, man. Ever in the Dallas Metroplex area, let me know. Plenty of Rosses out there. We can hit it up for sure. If anybody else wants to meet up, if you're in El Paso, cool. I'm totally down to meet up. I will be in Austin probably like twice during the summer. Maybe try to go a little bit more. So see what I can do. And also that Chicago, I'll be in Chicago for a little bit. I'm trying to get out there as much as possible, because I really like just meeting people, period. Especially people that watch the channel. Gabriel, no wonder why many people are trying to get accepted. Yeah, it's that's why a lot of people want to get in, because they see the money, the potential, and of not having to like source stuff. It's crazy. I think there was another question. Oh yeah, Bob says, have you trademarked any of yours? I haven't trademarked any of my designs, and I really don't know if it's like worth it, because if you keep tearing up and you keep having more slots open, I don't know. I think that there's just like millions of ideas that you can come out with that, all right, cool, this design got taken down because it's trademarked. I got another idea, and I got another idea. Like, the ideas are infinite when you really like, there's just so many ideas you can choose from. It's crazy. So I think for like a couple of designs that get taken down, all right, cool. But you're ready to go with new ones. So I haven't done any of that stuff. I think also, especially because of how long it takes, I'd probably kind of forget about it too. And then if that trending niche does, or that trending idea does kind of fall, then you're kind of like, ah, man, like I trademarked this idea and nothing really else is going on anymore. Peter G, let's go here in LA. I know I really need to get a California area. I haven't been there in a long time. B-Ball is life. Do you not make money from YouTube? I do make money from YouTube, but it's like the very least out of all of these things. I just like, it's just cool making videos, period, and like meeting everybody here that's like watched the channel, and then seeing and meeting people in real life too from that. Like it's just totally, it's cool to do that like from the channel. And I think that even if they took away like making money from YouTube, I'd still be making a bunch of videos because I just like making videos and editing them, especially those vlogs. Like those are really, really cool to just do something totally different. So yeah, I mean, I do make some money from it, but it's not a lot. Randy says, does Amazon cancel suspend your merch account if you're not constantly uploading designs? They won't suspend you if you're doing it maybe like once a week. If you're doing it once a week, twice a week, cool. But if you don't do anything at all, like Steve Rakin did that's what we talked about on the show. If you missed it, you can go to Chris the Bonafide Hustler. We did an interview for like an hour, me, him, and Steve. And that's what happened with Steve. Like he didn't use his account, so he got his accounts terminated. So if you're not going to use it and you don't upload anything, then yeah, your account will get taken away. But if you just do it once in a while, maybe you upload 2 per week, 5 per week, once a week, it's still consistent. It's just kind of going through it. Then you'll be fine. They won't suspend you. VPL, where do you live? I live in El Paso, Texas. And what is one of your shirts that you are wearing? Oh, so I'm wearing an El Paso Diablo shirt, which is, they used to be like, you guys can see it. So they used to be a baseball team here, but it's kind of based off of like the El Paso Chihuahuas. We have they kind of did like a throwback of the team of Diablo. So that's what it is now. Of that, at least the shirt that I have. Logan, what's up, man? Jose, dude, I also still got Jordan 1 Lola Bunny. Can't get rid of these. I know that one. I didn't see them at Ross, but I can only imagine they probably are a little tough to get rid of because I think a lot of people started finding those over and over. Max Bobcat, I saw words like resist are trademark for shirts. Does that mean you can't use those words at all? I think it just depends. I think just the word resist alone shouldn't be bad. I think if it's resist something, then it'd be totally different. I think you'd have to just look up the slogan altogether. Like another example was like warning. I think someone was like, but warning is trademarked. Well, warning what? Like I think the whole slogan has to be trademarked for you to not use it. Because warning is just like a general, people make signs that say a warning. So you'll be fine there. So I think it has to be the complete slogan, and look that up on the trademark site, and I think you'll be good. Yeah, Steve Rakin never started. I know, and he had it too, but now I guess he's going through his mom's account. You can try to make money there. Another Juan says, I like your videos, man. After watching your vids, been selling stuff I find local Ross and thrift store. So nice. Appreciate that. Thanks for that. I'm glad you're out there selling stuff too. I always like to hear when people are like making money on different thrift finds, Ross finds, Marshall's finds. Chupacabra shirt. That's from Emmanuel. I know, right? Juan says, can you give me a shout out? You're my favorite YouTuber. What's up, Juan? Saying what's up to you. Give it a little shout out there. Richard B, how come you never wear your designs? I guess because a lot of my designs are just like niche based. Once I come out with probably more of like hustler hacks type of shirts, which I have been working on, then yeah, like I'll wear my own shirts. But most of these are like niche based that I'm just looking to try to get sales. So if I have different shirts on careers and families or mom, dad, brother shirts, things like that, like I'm just kind of making them just to, to sell, not really for myself. Let's see. Keep Austin Weird is trademarked. I'm pretty sure it is. We can double check. Let's see if anybody wants to type that in. At least I can kind of explain the trademark. how to read it, in case we don't never used this site before. Then so keep Austin weird. Yeah, there's like 4 live. If everybody wants to type that in right now, the site that I put on there, the trademark site, if you want to type in keep Austin weird, we can talk about how to read this trademark website. Type that in, and you can see there's 4 live trademarks. You can see on the right hand column it says live or dead. All of these say live, and most importantly, they have a registration number on the left side. That means they have been registered with the trademark office. They are live. You cannot use that. If you click on keep Austin weird, like the first one, it'll tell you goods and services. So this is used for reusable shopping bags is the first one. Like, don't you think that's kind of crazy that like you can also trademark for certain things? Like, it doesn't even have to just be shirts. The second one is for stuffed toy animals. All right. The third one is for bottle openers and bottle cans and mugs. The last one, there it is, caps, t-shirts, polos, and sweatshirts. And they're all by the same person, which is No Bonds Inc. in Austin, Texas. So they own all 4 of those trademarks for that particular saying. That's a good one for that resist one. I'm gonna have to look that up and see. Let me go back up because I'm kind of lost on here. So Gabriel says, wanted to mention that I sniped a vintage starter Emmett Smith reversible jersey on eBay, $20. That's a pretty good deal. Try to get those stains out too. You can try to use Shout and some other things, get those stains off, try to get some more money from it. But that's a good thing too, though. When new jerseys come out or new shoes, anything that people aren't really paying attention to, always check the newly listed stuff on eBay. You can get things on eBay and then resell it on eBay later on if you want. Like, there's a lot of good stuff. Logan, you're my favorite YouTube from El Paso. Appreciate it. Bring back the original Chicos. Chicos need to bring back the original cheese. I don't know what their deal is. They're using they used to use that fake government cheese, and that was the best cheese. Now they're using real cheese, and it sucks. So yes, totally agree. Tristan's in the house. What's up, Glenn, my man? Max Bobcat, look at number 13 for resist. It just says the word and the shirt. Let me see. Let me type in resist. If I can spell. Oh yeah, there's a bunch for resist. Let me see. Only a couple of them have a registration number, which that's like immediate. Some of them might be in the process, even though it does say live. Yeah, there's another one, resist, with like a weird type of thing that says what circles with zigzags. In particular, that's what the design search code says for shirts and hats and t-shirts. So that's, yeah, there's like specifics to them too, to look at, which is crazy. It's fake government cheese trademarked, right? That's hilarious. Let me go back up. Sorry, I missed some. Diego says my Ross is crap. Best I found was some Under Armour shoes for $50, selling for 100, but after fees and shipping, I'd rather flip them from thrift stores. Yeah, I guess totally. Every Ross is different, but man, I think like 2 or 3 Rosses in my town have been a little dry lately. But I think they're gonna get. I mean, it happens. They're gonna be dry at times, and they'll get some more stuff. They're off and on, but you just have to keep going. Let me see. Oh man, I think I skipped a whole lot. Oh, here you go. Richard B. I'd like to see them for sure. I do have like design samples, designs that it's like a mixture between designs I've done for other people and my own. I can send that to you if you want. I can send that to you through email. You might have already have seen it. I know we've talked before, Richard. So I don't know. Maybe if not, I can send that to you. Let's see. While I wait, is there a site better than others to play on? Shopify, Teespring, TeePublic, Redbubble, or all of them? Shopify is good, but you'd have to bring in your own traffic. I know Redbubble has done good for other people. Those are probably the top 2 out of those. While you wait for merch, Guys, 2900. Crap, I'm late. Don't worry about it. We're good to go. We still have some pretty more time, some good time left. I have like a couple of more of these slots to go through for my tips. Gabriel, it's unreal what's getting trademarked. I know, it's crazy. Do you know the cost to trademark a phrase? I think it starts at like $250. I think they could move toward, I think, up to like $400 to $500. I'm not 100% sure. Let me see. I feel like I'm just like you. Love shoes, also resell Pokemon cards. You would never guess how much you can make on those things. Also love thrifting. Nice, I know. And I think we talked about what Gabriel on when we were talking about Yu-Gi-Oh cards and Pokemon cards and making money on that stuff. It's crazy what's out there. Yeah, and Gabriel says people are just trying to trademark whatever they can, which is also true too. Um, all right, next, I think where were we on the tips? Oh, I was telling everybody, give it 2 to 4 weeks to see some type of results. If those shirts aren't working, then you can put in some new ones. All right, so let's say you do have those first 10. They're all live. You can see like 2 or 3 of them have sold. You're still waiting there though. 3 of them haven't sold anything yet. While you're testing and in this test phase, start designing your next 10 shirts. You want to do this because let's say some of these designs aren't selling, you can delete them and you can put in some new ones. Now you have some new testing shirts to work with, trial and error, see if those are working for you. At least you have some designs to plug in that haven't sold, from the other ones that haven't sold yet. You have something to work with. Joshua, shout out. What's up, Josh? Logan, what's up? Give you a shout out. Max Bobcat says the shirts that say legends are born in May, people are trying to trademark the phrase legends are born. And because those are one of the popular ideas. So to do legends are born, I think what was another one? The myth, the legend. That was also like in the very beginning of merch that a lot of people used. Those ones sold like crazy. And then finally someone went ahead and trademarked that idea. Let me see. What did you say? Legends are born? Let me look that up. Let me see. I don't see anything on there yet. But wouldn't surprise me if that's next. um, Legends are born and it's crazy. I'm gonna get what says I'm at that point now. I have 10 up, testing now, starting my next designs to swap out. So yeah, you're ready to go then. Have those next designs ready. You have to be ready to swap them out if they're not doing good, so you can just keep that flow and make sure you have 10 designs live at all times. You don't want to waste the time that you have if you have 10 designs. Is there a way to use AMS now? I'm in testing phase right now with AMS, doing ads with Amazon. I think once I learn a little bit more about it and get some better results, I've only done it for like a week or two. Then I'll definitely make something for the channel and try to keep everybody updated on maybe how to tackle ads. I have gotten some purchases from ads. I think I maybe have sold like 8 shirts from ads. But it's still like super test phase right now. Let me see. All right, so that was number 8, was to switch out your next or have 10 designs ready and switch those out. Tip number 9 is so your goal overall is to sell 10. Don't worry about sales, period. Don't worry about making money. And this is a huge tip because a lot of people, that's like the first thing, of course, they want to do. Like, once you have a merch account, I want to make money right now. Like, don't worry about that yet. The money's going to come. You got to wait. You got to be patient, though. The money's going to come once you hit the, I think, higher tiers, 25. You have some room and some t-shirts to work with. That stuff's going to happen. You have plenty of time to work on it. But just the fact that you're in this platform and you can upload shirts, you already have a huge opportunity compared to a lot of people that have been waiting months and months to get in. So you're already ahead of the game, just the fact that you have an account with merch. And if this could last months and years, and let's say merch is still around with a bunch of different items that you can sell like 10 years from now, like we said right now, do you think merch is going to expand other printable items? They are going to expand. They are going to go to mugs and hats, drawstring bags, phone cases. They are going to move to all of this stuff. So once they do that, and you already have those shirts uploaded or designs uploaded, um it's gonna get crazy. Like, what if merch is here for the next 10 to 20 years, and you can make, even if you're making an extra $500 per month, I mean, that is like for the next 10, 20 years. Like, that's insane to think about it. We don't know how long, of course, platforms and how long stuff's gonna last. We don't know how long eBay is gonna last, how long FBA is gonna last, which I know a lot of people have already been kind of complaining about that it's kind of drying out with FBA unless you're into wholesale. So while something is there and it's doing well, you just have to ride it as long as possible, but don't think that everything's going to last forever, because it's not. Like, right now merch is doing extremely well for me. I don't know how long that's going to last. We're also not in control of all of these platforms. eBay can kick you off at any time. Merch can kick you off. Anything like that can kick. YouTube can kick you off. Things like this happen. So you can't think that it's going to last forever, period. And you have to be ready for that. Whatever you're selling in. That's why I think it's also good to have like diversity when it comes to your money, and different types of money coming in from different places, instead of just relying on eBay or just relying on Amazon or just relying on, let's say, YouTube. If you're a big time YouTuber, have some other money. I don't know if you guys remember, if you guys saw the vlog with Gary Vee that I made. In that video is this dude Quincy, who plays for the San Jose Earthquakes, Major League Soccer. And me and him were just talking for a long time. Like, he's a smart dude. He's playing in the major leagues, like Major League Soccer, and he's like already thinking about like how he's going to make money from his business. He has like private label stuff on Amazon. He's like prepared for it because he knows playing soccer isn't going to last forever either. Like, injuries, age, talent, this stuff runs out over the years. You're not going to do it forever. Same thing with like Kobe. That dude has like a completely different business, and like he's already made millions playing NBA, but yet he still has a business now that he retired to work on. And that's the way you got to like pretty much approach everything, that you have like backup plans to what you're already selling, what you're already doing. And that's one of the reasons why I was like so frustrated with working a full-time job when I worked at the university, because that was my only income. So like, if that's your only income, which you get one check per month, then yeah, like you're going to look forward to that check. And once it runs out, you're like, damn, like I'm already out of money. Like, what do I do now? Like, I have no other incomes. So you're dependent on that job. You're like, oh man, I'm stuck here because I need this job, even though I hate it, or I'm unhappy, or I hate the people I work with, or I hate my boss. There's so many people in that position, and they have no other income streams that is working for them. Then yeah, they're just stuck at their job, and they'll always be stuck unless they try to find other ways to make money outside of that. All right, let me go back. Sorry, I got carried away into other stuff. What middle school did I go to? Was that one of the questions? Yeah, what middle school did you go to? I went to Desert View Middle School on the east side. We talked about mugs and hats. Man, let's see. Let me go down. Zazzle has lasted 12 years. There we go. That's a really good example. 12 years. So if merch, imagine if merch is like the next 10, 12, 15, 20 years. It's crazy. So many people are losing accounts on Amazon in every area. Yeah, that's not only just for merch, FBA, private label. A lot of people that try to like, try to like get around the system by getting people to like pay for reviews, and there's so many other things that can get you kicked off. And there's always people trying to get out of that and try to do their own thing. Um, let me see. Oh, Emmanuel says that's sick. I see any place for my city. So they're talking about Quincy, Amerqua. Is that how you say his last name? I think that's how you say his last name. Um, yeah, Bob, multiple streams of income. Richard, same thing. Guys, 2900. Any job can end at any time. That's why I love to grow these side projects. Totally agree with multiple streams. I totally agree with that too. Like, you don't want to be stuck. It's just because exactly like you can get laid off on your job at any point in time. Because even that's not even a guarantee, right? Because you work for somebody. And even if you did have your own business, you got to make sure you know what you're doing so that your business lasts years and years, to eventually maybe you want to sell it, maybe you are done, you want to retire or something. But even your business can go out of business if you're not managing it right. And that's only just like one source of income. So yeah, that could happen too. Let me go back up. Casey Snipes says, exactly. I have a job that I hate. And he says, one income and I have to play ball, hate my boss and the people I work with. Trust me, man. I think a lot of us have been in that situation, are in that situation, and some of us that have left that situation. And I think to find those like extra incomes with the power of the internet, because that has pretty much helped everybody at this point, right? Is like the opportunities that are online, because you can even sell designs like on Etsy if you wanted to. You can sell retro jerseys on Etsy if you wanted to, and offer up Craigslist. We're not even getting into like just services that you can provide for people. Gary Vee was on Aubrey Marcus podcast this week. Good listen. That's a good. I'll probably have to listen to that though, especially when I'm like designing stuff. I think that's a good podcast I can listen to. Josh, thanks for the info. Really appreciate it. Good job. Thanks. Appreciate it, Josh. Richard, have you tried Merch Informer yet? I haven't tried it. I did try the word candy to try to get some better keywords. It's been doing all right. But I really don't know until I get into a better test phase, because that's only been out for like a month or less. Let's see. Exotic Reaper. Hello. What's up? Derek, I'm just trying to get accepted. I know. Me and Derek, we've been talking about merch for a while. You will get accepted. It just sucks that we don't know when. I know you've been waiting for a good while. Max, Bobcat, Glenn, when you're trying to tier up from 10 to 25 to 100, do you recommend always having at least a couple of seasonal holiday shirts up? Yeah, I do, for sure. I think it's always good to have seasonal shirts that are going. Um, let's see. Christmas did really good. Christmas shirts at the time. Actually, Halloween did pretty good too. And there's always like we talked about the next ones: Mother's Day, Father's Day, 4th of July. Man, what else is? I mean, there's who knows what else is coming up. But it's always good to have those good mix in there, because they will do pretty good for you, especially have it done plenty of time ahead, so that people can you can get into the Amazon system and build up, and they have plenty of time to look at it and see the shirt, so you can sell on time for Halloween or Christmas or whatever the holiday is. Let me see. Richard B. Companies are unstable, but it's an abundant world we live in. Lots of opportunities out there. And it's crazy. There are so many opportunities out there that people don't even know about. And a lot of graphic designers that could probably kill right now on Merch by Amazon that have no clue that Merch by Amazon is even out there. And that's also with, like, if you're watching my videos and other like hustlers videos and people that want to make money, then you're in like the best position possible, because at least you're trying to learn. I think also, like, once you're set in a job and you're not really like I don't know, you're not really learning anything new because you're set in that job. You really just want to make more money or at least move up in your position. But what are you going to learn new to help you overall besides you just working for somebody over and over? That doesn't help. Let's see. What are some best price for Yeezy 350 originals? I guess what's the colorway on it? Zebras or red and black ones? I guess what is the colorway? Um, let me see. Have you tried merch candy and contemplating giving it a shot a few? So yeah, I think maybe I can even do like a live merch candy demo or something. I think that would be kind of cool. Like at least I can show you guys. If you guys don't think it's worth it, then you don't have to buy it or anything like that. I think that would be a pretty cool live video, at least to show you from my account. We can demonstrate merch candy or something. B-Ball is life says it sucks that Legit Looks for Life channel got banned and deleted by YouTube. Tim said it was a mistake. I think he said it's gonna come back. I think this week. We'll see what I don't know what happened with any of that stuff, but I'm pretty sure Tim knows what he's doing. He'll come back. He'll get that fixed. Good show. How often do you live shows? I usually do it every Wednesday, but since I was doing the live show with Bonafide, um, I was gonna have that kind of replace for today. But then I was like, you know what? Let me go live and do some like merch talk for a little bit, which I was only gonna do it for like 30 minutes, but then we just got like super into it, and we already been here for like a good hour. So I thought it was a pretty good show, though. I think we have a lot of good info. Um, let me see. Go up to Hi Glenn, just arrived. Didn't know about it live. Thanks. Appreciate it. Glad to see you in here. Max Bobcat, Reezy is greasy. I think that boy is up there in New York right now. Reezy. I gotta talk to him, see what he's doing. Brad Kennett, what's up? Haven't talked to Brad in a good while. Good to see you, man, in the chat. George, how do you market your shirts? Through search or ads? Purely right now is Amazon organic traffic. I haven't done any ads that I could like really be proud of right now. I'm on my test ads phase. I've only been doing it for like a week and a half, so I don't have a lot of info on ads yet, but once I do, I'll let everybody know how the ads go, probably the best way to approach it. But all of it has been organic. Let me see. Man, where am I? Yeah, Brad, long time bro. Merchant Farmers seems to be the winner. Maybe I can give it a shot though. Guy says for sure. Pixel Trophy, sure. Gabriel, man, I'm getting sleepy. This is a late stream. I know it's a late stream because I was doing that other one. The Bonafide interview. Man, where are we? Let's see. Did you see Neil deGrasse Tyson has t-shirts now for sale on merch? Amazon gave him his own profile page. That's from Chris Maddox, and that's the crazy thing too, is that Chris Green also kind of talked about it, that he thinks that this is what's going to happen later on for certain companies and brands and influencers or YouTubers to eventually like everybody will have their own page. So let's say if you're already into merch, like Chris the Bonafide Hustler, he'll have his own page, and then he'll have like him, the things he's selling, his shirts, and same thing like Hustler Hacks. You can see here's the shirts. So kind of like everybody has their own brand and their own page, and things come up. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with merch. They have a lot of stuff that I know they're working on. Let's see what they do. Resist.org has been around for 20 years. That maybe I think we're talking about the Resist trademark stuff, right? B-Ball's live. That's good. That's from Legit Looks for Live. Pixel Trophy, thumbs up. Thank you for doing these. Learned so much from these and Merch Minds. Thanks. Appreciate it. Glad you like Merch Minds. Merch Minds podcast. Me and Yang, we do one episode per week. All we're talking about is merch. We talk about our numbers, updates, anything that's going on in the world of merch. When they added new colors, we talked about that. Just different tips to help you out. So you want to check that out. Merch Minds on iTunes and Libsyn, or you can join the Merch Minds Facebook group. Tag me on whatever you want. I'll try to get back to you, as soon as I can. George Kramer, do your sales on merch only come from search? We talked about that one already. Brad, so when are you going to have me on the cast to talk about what to do with the merch? You don't get suspended like me. Brad, I don't even know you got suspended. We got to talk about that though. Yeah, email me, Brad, or I'll talk to you. I'll send you something. So at least we can talk about it and see how you got suspended. That's crazy. I don't know you got suspended. How do you make your shirt stand out in a competitive niche? And in that case, I think you're in a combination of, first off, an awesome design. I don't care even if it is simple, as long as it's bold, clean, it looks good. Awesome design, great keywords to make sure that whoever searches on it, you'll be able to find you. Competitive price. If your shirt is really, really simple and probably isn't worth 23, 25 bucks, 20 bucks, then you shouldn't be pricing it that high. Like, it's, and I've seen people do it too, but if it's worth it, then cool. Like, I think that's, as long as you can make the money. But if it's overpriced, people aren't going to buy it. Just be competitive with the other people in your niche, so you're not just overdoing it, or not. Don't be too low. Don't do the $11.99 or super cheap right off the bat. Just kind of keep it simple. Even if you wanted to do like $12.99, $13.99, $14.99, but I wouldn't go super cheap, $10.99 or something. People, I think, automatically see your brand as like super cheap, and maybe you're copying other people. So I wouldn't go that low. But competitive price, awesome design, great keywords, and what was the other one I was gonna say, at least to get out there noticed? And I think also your title. I think your title is like super important. When you're talking about your design, make sure that they could see it without having to like click and zoom in. And if something's really, really tiny, or you have to read it, you have to figure it out. It's too complex. Just keep it simple, and they don't have to think about all these things like, oh yeah, I like that shirt. I like how it says this, and I like the typeface or font or how it looks, and people will look into it and buy it. Let me see. Who else is here? Okay, Brad. I know we talked about Brad a little bit. Do you think Merch by Amazon will start offering IP to allow MBA designers to make shirts for them? I do think they will do that. I'm pretty sure that, like you said, Marvel, there's no doubt they're going to let people do that at one point. And imagine getting a piece of that pie for like Marvel every time a Spider-Man shirt sold that you created, and you get a piece of that every time it sells. I think it'd be crazy. Do you have another interview on merch today? No, just the interview I did with Bonafide and the one I'm doing right now. Sid, what's up? Good to talk to you, Sid. See you in the chat. Just checking in. Good to see you, Sid. Glenn, always grinding, my man. Not watching the battle in Texas, Rockets versus Spurs. I know you're a Lakers guy. Figured out to peek in merch talk, although I don't know anything about it. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I'm not watching Rockets versus Spurs. Like I told everybody too, like, it's been hard for me to watch like new NBA stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, like I'm a fan. I always will be a fan, but it's nothing compared to like 90s basketball. Like, I was just addicted to watching freaking Jordan go against the Sonics in the finals. Like, I was like nonstop with that stuff. Also now, because also with doing live stuff of my own and trying to build up merch, and you as also Gary Vee said in all other videos, you didn't watch the Spurs game. Like, he always said that on the Breakfast Club podcast or whatever. You didn't watch the Spurs game. You were hustling. You were making money instead of watching basketball. So that's a nice little example. Caroline's still here. Nice. Josh, much appreciated. Brad says, I teared up to 500 and I messed it up. You could tell exactly what to do and what not to do, and how special this opportunity is. Don't F it up. Brad, we're going to have to talk to you. Maybe try to get you on the Merch Minds podcast so we can talk about what happened. Why don't you put the podcast on YouTube? I thought about that too. I could probably just do like a separate playlist and just have the audio. I'd have to get the audio from Young, and maybe I could just upload them. I think that's really what I kind of wanted to do. But I was like, I don't know if if people just wouldn't listen to the podcast and just went straight to the channel. I don't know. Maybe that's probably something I probably should be doing. Merch Minds is great. Thank you. Wish the podcast were vlogs too. I know that would be pretty cool. That'd be great for the podcast. Caroline says, legit live got banned. Why? Some type of terms or something. He said they messed up on his account or something, but he'll be back. Let me see. Man, do you still live in El Paso? Yes, I do. Do you have an example of clean, bold, simple shirts? Yes, email me. I show people different examples that I've done for people and a couple of my own shirts. So I can show you examples of that. Um, man, what Glenn, saw your interview with the Green Room. Great job. Appreciate it. Thanks, Superman 847. Glad you liked that one. In the Sun by the Beach. From what I see, merch will go the way of books and Amazon. People will come in for free, and later the charges will come and keep increasing. I'm pretty sure they will start charging, and that will happen eventually. Why is Young no longer an admin of the Green Room? I know they had kind of like a falling out and stuff. Like I said, business differences. They're all still friends. Young is still cool with them. And I know they're still cool with Young. There's no like beef and trash talk or nothing. They kept it business. That's the way, which is good too. So they don't hold any grudge against me or anything for working with Young. So that's cool. And Caroline says poor legit. I know he'll be back though. YouTube is better. Not everyone is on Facebook or has iTunes. I know. I think that sucks too. Only Gamer says hi. I got caught up. Sorry, was 20 minutes behind. If monetizing cast on YouTube gets you more money, then run both. If not, stay on iTunes and keep it simple. Right. Not only that, but I don't think it could ever be simple because there's just so many platforms. We're trying to get on Google Play and Stitcher, like the next ones, and then SoundCloud. We started it, but we still have to upload all the previous ones and to get them on my YouTube channel. Like we have a lot to get when we need to get those out, like on all of the platforms. Just not only just the two that we have right now, we need to get them on all of them because we've had the request to get them on all of them. So that's really what we need to be doing next. Richard says, "What's up? Nice stream. Gonna catch the first part of it later." Um, sad Teespring pull out all design on Amazon, so I don't have any listing now. I know. I think they had some issue there too. Superman says, "I'm praying to get my merch account back, or my new invitation request gets accepted." Me too. Hopefully you can too. Hopefully a lot of people can get in. Because I know it's like super, super competitive right now. Yeah, Jordan ruined it. Can't watch anymore. The same here. Um, there we go. I haven't seen Steph Curry shoot a fucking basket all year. That's funny. Start reselling Yeezys are much easier to get now. I was able to get 4 of the cream white. Yeah, and I know. I don't know, man. I think a lot of the shoe stuff. I don't know. I think it's gonna get. I think it's gonna get too oversaturated. It already is. But I think with the way people are reselling too, I think the shoe game is like on its down. Because I think it's just getting out of control with how much more people are reselling them for, and not everybody's going to be buying these, especially with how quickly they come out every single week. It's not going to happen, and a lot of people have predicted it too that when the stock market hits eventually, it's going to happen too. Stock market's going to hit a new low at some point. We don't know when. That happens every so often, a couple of years. I think 2008 was like the main one. I remember this too because like my family business, like they barely got out of there alive in 2008. It was a huge stock market crash, all of that. And I think when that happens and people don't have money to buy freaking $400 to $500 Yeezys and all of this, I think people are just going to be stuck with a lot of shoes. I think it's going to be tough to like get rid of that. And then I think that's where like you'll really see the downfall. Margaret, Texas Gal Treasures, hi. I know you're probably going to leave. You came in kind of, I think, recently. So I know we're kind of already in the very end of our top 10 tips, but you can catch the replay. And Brad, live videos where it's at. And Let me see how much of the Currys now, since they're slashing his shoe price for underselling. Yeah, Under Armour was super disappointed on the way his shoes, they just didn't perform at all like they thought it was gonna sell. Hijackers are messing up the Teespring integration. That is also true from Richard. That also happened. They got in a huge mess. I was live with my sis a bit ago. She just got approved. So congrats on that, Margaret. Super pumped to hear that. And there we go. More merch sellers coming in. And Richard says, will my Amazon seller account get banned if I drop ship product? No, I don't think the merch account and your FBA account, other stuff are just totally different. You don't have to worry about getting different accounts banned based off of another one. And Curry shoe look like my grandpa's Dr. Scholl's brand loafer. Yeah, that shoe just, oh man, it's just bad news all around for Under Armour when it came to that. Matthew, what's up? Just came to the chat. And a Pixel Trophy, whoop whoop. And Texas Scout Treasure says hi to Richard. I think we had oh yeah, so we had back, man, we totally backed. Sorry, we just totally went off. Number 9, we said goal was to sell 10, not to worry about sales. You just want to tier up. We talked about that, and not to get impatient. It's gonna take time. And that's just what happens with waiting for that. Super chat, that's awesome. Thanks, Margaret, $2. I'm gonna have to find you, Margaret, in your next live video and do a super chat. Super chat's awesome. You should see how, like, oh man, what's his name? Some of the people that are dominating on super chat, like, it's insane what they do. Man, I can't even think of his name right now on the live videos, but they just domination in super chat. But super chat's cool. Really cool new option. So the last one, number 10. And when you tier up to 25, because let's say your goal was to 10, we talked about all of that, about mixing it in and all of that with the different niches or whatever. To get up to 10, you sold the 10. Now they tier you up to 25. Now you have some room. You have 25 slots. What do you do now? You're off from 10. You've built it up. You have 15 more designs to work with. Now I think you can mix in trendy with other long tail niches that could help you and holidays. So you have those 3 options. And I would mix in 3 to 5 different t-shirts based off of those. So do maybe like 3 t-shirts on a certain niche. Let's say on a certain, like, teachers your niche. You'll do 3 teacher ones. Then you're going to do 5 holiday ones, Father's Day coming up. Then you'll do another 3 based on something trending. And then you'll do like another 5 based on maybe like a different niche that also works well. Instead of teachers, let's move on to, let's say, a certain dog or cats. We talked about pugs earlier, things like that. So then you can move on and mix those up, because now you're at 25. Now you really have some room. Now you can really mix in the different ones instead of just really focusing on the trendy ones because you wanted to get out of the 10. Now you can mix them in for the 25. So that was all top 10. We barely got through the last 2 because we just went off on a whole bunch of stuff. But those are the last 2 for your top 10 tips for newbies. And going back into the chat real quick, there, Roberto Blake, that was one I was talking about. And you talk about Tim Schmoyer, so I can only imagine Roberto Blake and Schmoyer how much they're doing on super chat. They probably just make a killing. Where does that super chat money go? I think it goes to like the AdSense money, and it gets added in, I think. I guess I gotta add a credit card for super chat. So yeah, you could do that and everything. So you can super chat for the other live people that are going on the podcast. You said that you can do a design in a few minutes. Is that just text with a nice typo or with a template? Most of the ones that I do in minutes have to do with just like simple text, typography type of shirts. They're nothing too difficult or complicated. Richard, same. I missed the first 8 tips. Texas God Treasures, Night Glenn. Talk to you later. Thanks again, Margaret, for stopping by, saying hi to everybody, and for the super chat. So appreciate it. We'll see you, Margaret. Talk to you soon. And going back up, Superman Hope Breaking Profit is watching. Now I have to send him the video. He knows what to do. What kind of items would you recommend for getting started on FBA before other items have been unlocked for you? More than likely, you're going to start off with just like the basic, which are like toys, video games. You're not going to do any grocery. You're not going to do any Nike. You're not going to do any clothing. So pretty much the things that you're ungated on, just try to focus on those things first. Probably, like I said, media stuff, toys, very simple items. I wouldn't go off spending a lot of money. Richard B, she's a super chatter. Nice. Thanks for the tip, Superman. And in the sun, on the careful for the drop shipping. If you're a noob, yeah, drop shipping, you really have to know what you're doing when it comes to that stuff. You have to know what you're doing. That's something I haven't messed around with because I don't know what I'm doing. And I think the trial and error part on drop shipping is very small. It's a very small window. So yeah, I would just be careful on that stuff. And I think, let's see, first 8 tips, we talked about that too. If you do merch live, count me in all the time, depending on the time zone. I know. And the bad thing is with like a lot of the merch stuff that I don't even get to upload my last 2 months of what I've earned. So I'm really behind when it comes to like the YouTube merch stuff. Because all the stuff has been going to the podcast and the Facebook group, but I'm gonna get more stuff onto my channel with merch. Guarantee you that. All right, so I think that's it for today. This was like, I was only gonna be on for like 30 minutes. But we just started talking like so many merch things. Looks like you're holding on to the Death Star. That's hilarious. There you go, that mic. Great stream from Gabriel. Looking forward to Friday. Yes, Friday, Ross finds of the week. I have a feeling that this Ross find of the week is going to bring in quite a bit of viewers that are going to be kind of like, why was that at Ross? That's what I'm predicting. I'm like really, really predicting high for this Ross finds of the week on Friday. We'll see you guys then. Thanks, guys, for being in the chat and saying what's up. Brad, Richard, Lodovic, sorry if I said your name right. Pixel Trophy was good here whole time. Gabriel, Richard B, NJ Cinemas here too. Draymond Green shoes on eBay or those at Ross. They will be a future Ross find of the week. And Electric Eel, how many items do you think you have listed as of now? On eBay, I think I only have 80 or something. On merch, I have like 1,900 t-shirts. So there we go. Thanks, guys, for watching and being in the chat, asking me questions, and hopefully this was pretty cool live merch chat, and I'll get some more merch stuff on the channel. So thanks, guys. We'll see you Friday. Ross finds of the week. Go out and get it. Almost forgot. Kind of.